the revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
Regan Slaymaker for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings, and I have the pleasure to be joined by soon-to-be British and Commonwealth title challenger, all for it going your way, October 17th at York Hall. George Liddard, how are you, mate?
Soon to be British and Commonwealth champion, man. I know you can't say it because the camera's on. No, I'm joking. We've got a job at hand next Friday and I can't wait. I'm feeling good.
Definitely. I mean, nearly fight week, mate. I mean, fair to say the British fight of your career, the biggest fight of your career, but a bit of both in there. But yeah, how is, I mean, everything with you? Just as George Liddard going into the biggest fight of your career so far, mate.
The best George Liddard yet. That's all I can say. Like, this camp has been my best. Listen, it's cliche and everyone says it, but genuinely, like, this has been the best camp of my life. I've put myself in the most uncomfortable situations. I've put myself through it, you know. Took myself to very dark places this camp, like I always have, but just that bit further. You know, I know this is a 12-round fight. I've never done 12 rounds, so the whole time, this whole camp has been, you've got to go that little bit extra, that little bit more than you've ever done before, and that's what we've done. We've exceeded that. I've hit PBs all camp, as you'll know, because you join us on a lot of the mornings. Flying, and I cannot wait now to get to fight week. The hard work's nearly done.
It definitely is. And can I say, you know, George is hitting a PB when he's lapping you on the triangle. It's a nice feeling to see him push for these PBs, but it's not nice that you're getting lapped on these sprints.
Hear me breathing down your neck.
It's the scariest thing in the world as well. I mean, Kieron Conway, but he's British and Commonwealth champion, mate. I mean, obviously he's had history with Tony Sims in the opposite corner, obviously with Ted Cheeseman as well, but first hand, what do you know about Kieron Conway kind of from his career so far?
Listen, Kieron's a good fighter. Got nothing against him personally. He's a man in my way, and when there's a man in my way, he has to get moved. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's business for me. You know, I want this British title more than anything. The Commonwealth too. I want both of them. So at 23, to be the youngest British middleweight champion ever. That's that. You know, I feel like it's something I'm destined to achieve. Put myself through it. You know, week in, week out for the last years. Years. I've been doing this since I was 8. But yeah, like I say, Conway's a good fighter. But I'm gonna show what a great fighter is. And yeah, look, he's had more fights than me. That's all I keep seeing. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a big man for middleweight. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm the better fighter. I'm better in every department. There's not a style of fighting that I think he's better than me at. So, you know, listen, it's all to be determined next Friday night. But you're gonna see a dominant performance.
Definitely. When the fight got announced, there was a lot of kind of talk, and he kind of said it in that Matchroom face-off that he done that. He was saying that this is too early for you, right? He was saying that you said it to his face, but to the people who are saying that and have that opinion, why are they wrong, George? Why is this the perfect fight for you now?
I can't wait to prove them wrong. But listen, it's now or when? If not now, then when? I am 23. I'm coming into my prime. I don't know why people are saying this is too early. I've beat everyone to get here. I've stepped up every fight, and you know, people want to talk about him in particular. Want to talk about that I've not boxed at a good level. Like the last few opponents, I've stepped up. I beat someone that's beaten, man. I don't really care if it was a 3-rounder or not. He beat you. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was the same level as his last opponent. They both had a life or death against each other. So, mate, like we handle business against the same level of opponent. Why is this too soon? Do you know what I'm saying? I've beat every person that's been put to me. I've beat comfortably as well. So why is this not the next step for me? Got the Commonwealth silver. I won a British title eliminator. I've earned my way into this fight, and no one's going to tell me that I ain't. Especially not him. So he'll find out next Friday. He'll find out.
Definitely. I mean, that face-off. I mean, it was a great watch between yourself and Kieron Conway. It was quite entertaining. But yeah, does that kind of stuff when people are saying that to your face? Obviously Sutton said a few things. Obviously they had Warburton there as well and things like that. Does it irk you a little bit, or is it just a part of the game now? Is that all it is?
It's a part of the game. I think he's trying to convince himself, if anything, you know, or trying to put doubts in my head. Not going to work, mate. I worked 6-7 fights ago when I was a newbie. Listen, I know how this game works. I know what I've done to get here, and ain't no man telling me that I ain't earned my shot at him. You know what I'm saying? So he'll find out next Friday night. I can't wait. I genuinely cannot wait for this one. Like I say, it's nothing personal, because when you let it get personal, I think that's when, you know, your emotions come into play and it can affect your fighting. This ain't personal. He's just another man in my way, like the last 12 have been, and he'll find out next Friday. He'll find out.
Back at York Hall as well, George. I mean, if we can replicate the last performance.
Oh, mate, wouldn't that be beautiful? Listen, I'm hoping it goes a couple more rounds. I'd like to get a few more rounds out with a decent level operator, but yeah, listen, you don't get paid overtime. If it gets done early, it gets done early, and I think with my style, you know, I'm one of these fighters. I feel like I can change a fight in any round. It doesn't matter what round it is, any of the 12, I can change a fight. There ain't no predictions needed, because even I don't know sometimes what these hands are going to do, you know. Come out there second round, he might be gone, might last to the 12th, you never know. So, yeah.
Definitely, mate, as well. I mean, and something you said there, so obviously Nick Blackwell's the youngest, so you'll overtake that record with a win.
Yeah, so he always kind of displayed that he was the youngest English middleweight champion, but
yeah.
When you look online, I've searched it, I can't find a man younger than Nick Blackwell, and he was either 24 turning 25 or he'd turned 25, so at 23, yeah, that'll make me the youngest. I think my mum actually did a little AI thing, asked AI the other day, and I think it said something about me when I win. Obviously AI doesn't say when I win, it says if I win, but we know it's when I win. When I win on October 17th, I'll be the youngest, so yeah.
That's a nice little bit of history there, George. Like, is that added motivation for
100%, 100%. Like, I'm not in this game to be average, and this is something he couldn't get his head around. I said I wanted him to be at his best. I'm not one of these average fighters that wants to beat people when they're past their best, or have a list of excuses as to why I could have beat him. I want a man at his best. So when I beat you, I look you in your eye and you ain't got nothing else to say other than you was the better man. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not an average fighter. I want to tick things off, like becoming the youngest British middleweight champion. You know, I'm in this game to be one of the best, and I won't stop till I've proved that.
Definitely as well. I mean, Tony posted something that was pretty cool. Obviously, Connor's in the gym, but also with Connor Ben, you have Nigel Ben in here as well. I mean, if not the Britain's best middleweight.
British royalty, right? British royalty.
It is. It's British boxing royalty as well. But he was watching you train, and Tony put the caption as George Liddard fighting for Nigel's old belt.
Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah.
That's a bit insane, isn't it?
Crazy.
Like, even for me watching, like I'm doing my shoes up in here and I'm watching Nigel on the back, it's still insane. But you're fighting for his old belt.
Yeah, to have, obviously he's been in my corner for a couple of spars, overseeing things, and you know, he comes up to me, gives me a bit of advice every now and then, a bit of wisdom, and can't thank him enough for that. You know, he was I think he won his Commonwealth title. He won the middleweight Commonwealth title in his 18th fight, so he was having a little competition. I'm going to win it in my 13th. You know what I mean? But listen, all respect to Nigel. You know, I can't thank him enough for you know, being a part of. Obviously, he's here over here for Connor's camp. He doesn't have to, you know, have a part in mine too. But you know, I feel like he's really kind of looking at me, seeing what I can do better, you know, telling me my strengths, and he's, you know, really uplifting me for this fight, and I can't thank him enough for that. And to have a man of that caliber, you know, giving you advice. I don't just look up to him in boxing, I look up to him as a man in general. He's, you know, he's a strong Christian, got strong values, and I look up to that. So to have him, you know, as a part of the team as such, it's amazing.
It definitely is, mate, as well. One thing I will say before, I don't want to ask a question on kind of what's next, because I feel like you'll say yourself you kind of don't want me to ask that. It's all focused on the task at hand, right?
I don't like looking past what's next. You know, there's motivation for what could come, but at the same time, I don't never look past an opponent. Do you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
That being said, I'm going to completely contradict what I've just said there.
You want to ask me what's next?
Yeah, I don't want to ask you what's next, George. I would never do that to you. But with a win on October 17th. That's a massive door unlocked, isn't it, to whether, like, you've seen, obviously Denzel Bentley won the British title and then he fights Janabek for the world title. I'm not a matchmaker, and and I would never be involved in that, but I mean, it could unlock a massive door for yourself.
100%. Anyone and anyone. I want anyone and anyone. Listen, I'm not silly. I'm not looking past this fight. I will beat Conway next Friday night. By knowing that I'm going to beat Conway, that opens up my eyes to what's next, doesn't it? So, look, I'd love to go and win a European title. I'd love to, you know, maybe even win the British outright. You've got to see what fights are around at what time. If there's a big opportunity comes, listen, I'm never a man to shy away from opportunity. You know that. Everyone should know that by now. When opportunity comes knocking, I'm the first to answer. You know, I want to do great things in this sport, and I feel like the way he who dares wins. You know, that saying sticks with me all the time. He who dares wins, and I dare to be great. So I know someday I will.
Definitely, mate, as well. And just a final one, another fight card where stablemate Jimmy Sains is fighting for the English title. I mean, has there been a fight card I think apart from your debut? It's few and far between that you haven't fought together.
I think there was one that I boxed on in Leeds, that he wasn't since I think like his debut. There's only been one card that I've boxed on that he's not been on. I think something like that, something crazy like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, and also now you're winning titles together on the same bill.
Cleaning up the middleweight division, really, aren't we? The domestic middleweight division's getting cleaned up.
Is that do you obviously like? I'm in the gym. Obviously, I'm not privy to every conversation. Have you and Jimmy gone? No, mate, you move up first. Is there anything?
We're both not small middleweights, are we? Let's be real. We're both not small middleweights. I'm sure at some point there may be a little conversation, depending on obviously we both get the job done October 17th. But yeah, look, we're in our own lanes as such. You know, Jimmy's obviously fighting for the English. I'm fighting for the British and Commonwealth. There's plenty of belts to be won in the middleweight division, so I'm sure we can share for the time being, and at some point one of us is bound to move up or something. So yeah, we'll cross the bridge when it comes to it.
But you'll have had, with a win on October 17th, with both of you in, you'll have every single domestic belt.
Yeah, we'd have cleaned up. Obviously, I would have loved to have had a chance at the Southern area or the English, but those opportunities just never came. You know, those people didn't want to fight for those belts, so you can only fight who will get in front of you at the end of the day. So, you know, we managed to tick off the Commonwealth silver, but listen, my eyes are set on these bigger belts and these very meaningful belts with the British and the Commonwealth.
Definitely, mate, as well. I mean, I'll leave you with the final words, George. Any final words? I mean, I'm sure you've sold a fair few tickets for next week, mate. But any final words for the fans flocking to York Hall for your fight for the British and Commonwealth middleweight titles, mate?
Yeah, look, I've not really had to sell this fight at all. This fight sold itself. You know, I'd have loved to have been able to have more of you there, but, you know, tickets sold out very fast, and I can't thank the Liddard Army enough for that. You know, we're growing every fight, and it's the biggest fight of my career, so to have you all behind me, it means so much. To my sponsors too, you know, month in, month out, looking after me, making sure that I'm well looked after, helping my camps. Can't thank you all enough. So listen, October 17th, I'm going to do you all proud, and we're going to have a big one. We're bringing those British and Commonwealth titles back to Billericay, baby. You're going to see me down the high street, cruising down my British and Commonwealth titles, so you can catch me there. But thanks to everyone, and I'll see you then.
Celebration at Christie's Bar.
Celebrations, let's have it.
Cheers, George.
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.